Mga higala, kumusta? Ah, May gabi. And welcome again to another evening here in Paglantaw sa Kagabion. Pero sa dili pa nato sugdan mga igsoon, ato sang shout out kini ato ang mga likers, mga nag-like ug nag-heart. Wala na may naghahaha. To ang pastora diha sa Sayo Christian Fellowship, sila Maris Haranilla Makikangay, Mary Ann Ricla de la Serna, ato ang Municipal Administrator, Sir Abinigo Ukapan, si Lia Sahol, Johnny Bisamonti, atong kauban nga principal no sa kuan tukuran ba ni siya or sa labangan, si Mr. June Liagas o si Bandong Dalam Lantaka. Daghang salamat sa inyong pag-support, pag-like, pag-heart sa ato ang video kagabi. Tonight, let us sit together in truth, in humility, and in honesty. Let us set aside emotions and look directly at the heart of an issue that has silently divided many Filipinos. The impact of Senator Amy Marcos' public criticisms on the administration of her own brother, President Bongbong Marcos. Now, before we even begin, let me see this clearly. This is not an attack. This is not judgment. This is not an attempt to paint anyone as evil. This is simply commentary. Paminaw sa tao, pagbati sa publiko, ug pag-ila sa realidad nga makita sa katawhan. Because in politics, perception becomes power and timing becomes weapon. In every Filipino household, disagreements happen. Pag-away sa magsuon, normal. Pagdili ug pagsugot, natural. But when those agreements happen in a powerful political family, and the whole nation is watching, the effect becomes much bigger. What should have been a simple difference of opinion becomes a national earthquake. And this is what many Filipinos have been sensing lately. When Senator Amy Marcos speaks publicly with criticism, sarcasm, or disagreement, many people cannot help but wonder, why does her voice sometimes echo the sentiments of those who wants to weaken the president? Ngano man, mga higala, nga ang igsuon mismo usahay murag dili kauban sa narrative sa administrasyon. Again, this is perception, not accusation. What the people feel, we cannot deny. Criticism is not wrong. In fact, a government without criticism becomes blind. But criticism in the wrong moment, in the wrong tune, and in the wrong platform becomes something else entirely. It becomes a political weapon. And whether intended or not, Senator Amy's statements often become ammunition for those who oppose the president, those who want him to fail, those who seek chaos rather than clarity. I have observed, and many of you have too, that whenever she makes a comment questioning a policy, highlighting a flaw, or challenging a government decision, it gets amplified 10 times more than by anti-administration groups. Suddenly, her words become proof of division. Suddenly, her statements become clips in propaganda videos. Suddenly, her opinions become talking points for destabilizers. And whether or not she meant it that way, maugyud ang epekto sa publiko. And many people ask, ngano sa publiko man ni gihimo? Dili ba pwede unta sulod sa balay, away sa balay, istorya sa balay? That's where the pen comes in. Because in a time when the country needs unity, when the government is facing heavy inherited problems, and when political sharks are circling the waters, the last thing the nation needs is visible division from within the family of the president himself. It's like rowing a boat in a storm. Ang usa ka tawo gapadling pasulong gabugsay pasulong. Ang usa gapull backwards. The boat does not sink because of the waves. It sinks because the people inside are not moving in one direction. And the Bible itself warns us in Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. A house divided against itself cannot stand. A divided family weakens the structure. A divided leadership confuses the people. A divided narrative emboldens those who wants to overthrow, to destabilize, to create noise. And sadly, that is what some Filipinos fail. That unnecessary public criticism may add cracks to a foundation that is already under heavy pressure. But let me be fair once again. Senator Amy is known to be outspoken, direct, and principled. She has her own mind, her own experience, her own political instincts. She has every right to speak. She has the mandate to question. She is not puppet, and she should not be in democracy that is healthy. However, the impact of her words, the timing of her statements, and the public nature of her criticisms create consequences bigger than her intention. And the Filipino people feel this instinctively when she speaks in a way that misaligns with her brother's administration. The noise outside grows louder. The opposition gets braver. The destabilizers grow more confident. And the enemies of accountability get more energized. Because let us not pretend. There are forces who want this administration to fail. There are people terrified of ongoing investigations. There are powerful individuals who fear the truth about past corruption. And when they see public division in leadership, they smile. Because when unity breaks, they enter. When the boat shakes, they push. When siblings disagree in public, they weaponize it. Time and time again, we have witnessed this in Philippine politics. Not just with the Marcoses, but with every political family. Public disagreement becomes political currency. It becomes opportunity for chaos. And chaos is the oxygen of those who want to regain power. Now, with all this happening, let us also consider the INC rallies or the Iglesia ni Cristo. As I said before, we respect the right to gather. We respect their faith. We respect their voice. But we cannot ignore the public concern that these massive gatherings, whether intended or not, create uncertainty, tension, pressure, a kind of atmosphere that can be used by political players who want instability. Dili tanan kalihukan dautan, pero dili pud tanan kalihukan limpyo sa implikasyon. In a time when accountability is being pursued, rallies of this scale can be misinterpreted or misused by groups waiting to take advantage. And when you add this national tension to the visible disagreements between leaders who are supposed to represent unity, the nation feels uneasy. The people become anxious, investors hesitate, and the enemies of progress feel strengthened. But here is the truth. The Marcos administration, despite the noise, is doing what many administrations failed to do, confronting the sins of the past, investigating previous anomalies, reviewing flood control funds, questioning fake witnesses, demanding transparency, holding people accountable, and because of this, attacks are intensifying. When evil strikes harder, that is when you know someone is doing the right thing. President Bongbong Marcos. This is not about being Marcos loyalist or anti-Marcos. This is about recognizing a timeless pattern. Light will always expose darkness, and darkness will always fight back the hardest when it is about to be defeated. That is why unity matters. That is why clarity is essential. That is why leaders, especially those within the same family, must be careful not to give extra weapons to forces that want chaos. Criticism has its place, but public criticism from within the family of the president becomes something else entirely. It becomes political ammunition in the hands of those who want to destabilize, not improve. And I hope that Senator Amy Marcos understands how powerful her voice is, how influential her presence is, and how deeply the public interprets her actions. This is not about silencing her or silencing her. This is about recognizing that her words do not exist in a vacuum. They become national events. They shape public perception and they affect the stability of a nation trying its best to recover. In the end, what Filipinos want is simple. Unity with honesty, criticism with wisdom, leadership with harmony. Because a divided house cannot stand, but a united one can weather any storm. Mga higala, the Philippines is in a season where truth is rising. Corruption is being uncovered, and accountability is finally moving. Let us not allow misinterpretation, or internal tension, or to derail what the nation desperately needs. Kay sa katapusan ang tinuod, dili gyud mapildi. Ang pamilya nga magkahiusad, dili gyud matumba. Ug ang nasod nga nagbarog sa kamatuoran, dili gyud madaog sa bakak. Kini ang panglantaw sa kagabhion, diin ang kahayag nagadanhag bisan pa sa kangitngit. Kini inyong higala, lagad ug soon, Jeremias Labaho Tubigon, sa makausapa mo ingon, nga sa atong pagpangandoy ug matarong nga katilingban, ang kamatuoran gayud ang atong suga. Ug sa kangitngit sa kasaysayan, ang tinud-anay nga pamunuan, ang labing hayag nga paglaom. Daghang kayong salamat sa inyong pagtanaw ug pagpaminaw. Shout out Gwenmi Purisima Ramirez. Kaninyong tanan, ang Dios magapanalangin ug magapanalangin ug magapanalangin kanatong tanan. Maayong gabi ug daghang salamat.